Either that, you can kick it off, man. Either way, I'll be ready.
All right, well, here we are. We're Real Talk with Lucky Chucky. I'm your host, Harv, and to my right, I have Ricky El Jefe, and to my left, I have the one and only Lucky Chucky. What's going on, guys?
Man, just chilling.
All right, Ricky El Jefe, I apologize, but tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from, and what do you do, and how long you been in Chicago? Give me a little bit about your history.
I was born and raised in Chicago. I got sent to Mexico when I was shorty. You know, parents sent you to Mexico and shit to get away from trouble. That's why I learned Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up over there for like 3-4 years. Came back by Pilsen, little village in the middle, California 22nd.
Okay. And
then moved to Bryant Park. You know what I'm saying? So I represent Bryant Park. That's what I claim. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm in a little village, I'm in Pilsen, I'm all over the place, South Side or whatever. You know what I mean? But I still, you know what I'm saying, like, they tell me where you from, I say Bryant Park. Because that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's where, like, I went to school, that's where, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I understand that you have an organization that you got, is it a not-for-profit, I believe it is?
The Little Village Boxing Community Center, yeah.
Oh, okay, tell me a little bit about it.
It's a gym we opened in a little village, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were trying to open it in Pilsen, but the opportunity to open in a little village, so we opened in a little village, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff goes, like, it's crazy over there's violent, you know what I'm saying? So people's like, oh, we want to help the kids that are already in the gangs, but you know what I'm saying? Some of them already, you know how it is, you know what I'm saying? Once you're in the mix, bro, you're in the mix, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get the kids before they go into it, before they go that way, you know what I mean? So we're trying to get the kids, the high school kids, the good kids, like, you know what I'm saying? We get anybody, you know what I'm saying? We try to help everybody. But we try to grab them before they, you know what I'm saying? Before they get an idea of peer pressure.
Right, before they turn.
Yeah, come to the gym, chill, do whatever, you know what
I mean? Where is this gym located at?
30th and Kilburn.
38th and Kilburn?
No, 30th. 3001 South Kilburn.
Thank you. So I assume you've been boxing. You boxed before?
Yeah, I used to box before, so now I coach the shorties a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just a little bit here and there.
Okay.
Like how to throw a punch, how to defend themselves, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
All right. And tell me, do you have any? Are you on social media?
Yeah.
Where could someone find you on social media?
El Jefe 312 and Rackham Entertainment. Rackham ENT 312.
Rackham.
ENT
Entertainment. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
That's about like, you know what I'm saying, like LA, like I was explaining, LA has lowriders or whatever. We got lowriders here too. That's, you know what I'm saying, there's a culture of lowriders here in Chicago. There's a culture of everything. Jeeps, trucks, mamalonas, all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they got a culture of everything, you know what I'm saying? But they forget about the Rammers, bro. Growing in Chicago in the South Side, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere, the North Side, South Side. Because I think it started at Fullerton. I used to go cruising on the night to Fullerton, bro. We used to cruise down Fullerton. And that's what I started seeing the first cars ramming each other. It was Park Avenues with Caprices. Then the Chevy 20s came out. Then the big trucks came out.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? The only thing is, like, we're trying to save the culture. So I grab a bunch of guys from the city. Like, they know each other. All of a sudden, they're cousins.
Don't forget the Buick.
Yeah, I had a Buick. I had a Buick Regal, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had an 87 Limited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It sounds like you're an inspiration to other people. You know what I mean? And it also sounds like you're giving back stuff that wasn't given to you. And to be quite honest, I do the same thing. I'm Harv Bangers Boxing Club. And so it's like we're both on the same mission. So it's like I commend you for that because
thank you, bro.
A lot of people are, you know, they look at it like it's a stigma with you working with gangs or you haven't been in a gang before. It's like, you know, you're stuck in that past. So, you know, I commend you for that because a lot of people, you know, some people get stuck. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
To my left, we have the very popular Lucky Chucky. Yeah. Now, Lucky Chucky, I understand that a lot of people may already know you as they should because you have a lot of followers on TikTok and Instagram. But for those people that are watching and that may not know who Lucky Chucky is, can you give them a brief explanation of who you are, what you do, and what do you stand for? What do you represent? And please do not forget, what part of Chicago are you from?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, the whole social media aspect from going from a career criminal in life, you know, street culture, being involved in gangs and violence and stuff like that. I just changed my ways. Now I'm just Lucky Chucky. I'm just me. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Some people see me. I was on the street the other day and somebody see me and they literally couldn't believe it. Like their eyes were just frozen. And, you know, I got these people walking up to me, asking me to take pictures and stuff. And it's just me. You know, it's just me. But as far as, you know, I commend you what you're doing. You know, as far as these fights that I do, as you know, most of these fights are based upon a lot of negativity. I try to, you know, preach that these fights are based upon positivity because like you said, these fights, programs, sporting events, they're keeping kids away from gangs, drugs, and crime. And they're teaching them conflict resolution skills, you know. And it's good to get like a youth, an at-risk youth, involved in that before it's too late. Because once them youth get involved in that type of life, they find, they fall in love with it.
Yeah.
They get an adrenaline rush. It's all they know. And then they get lost in the system from the audio home to the penitentiary. That's what happened to me. When I was 13, 14 years old, I was misguided. Like you said, you give toys and stuff at Christmas time. Yeah. I do the same thing. I do toy drives. Yeah. I didn't have nobody really give me Christmas presents when I was younger. Yeah. My pops was gone for a little bit here and there. We were poor. Yeah. I got a bike from the Salvation Army one year. By the time it got warm, it got stolen. Yeah. So it's like everything I do serves a purpose, including these fights. So I'm just happy to at least have an opponent that I don't have this much like an animosity with, because we're not fighting based upon hate. You know what I'm saying? You're a positive type of individual in Chicago, so these fights are going to be Chicago-based. And we'll be able to have a press conference that won't make World Star because there won't be fights breaking out amongst everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll probably still have some security there just to make sure everybody has a good time.
Yeah, but because of the World Star one. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But we don't have to worry about this. Yeah. We're going to highlight this event in a more positive aspect because I respect what you do. I respect the fact that you got some experience in boxing. You coach the youth, and you have a great gym. And, hey, win, lose, or draw, we're both winning, man. You know what I mean? Because we're leading by example, not just for our own children, but for the many children out there who still have fathers that are misguiding their own children. If we don't do it, who will? Somebody's got to step up. And the youth see what we're doing. The kids see what we're doing. So the opportunities that presented myself to whom I am, what I take pride in the most, because many people know me for many things, from my quotes of the day, my top 10 videos, the TV work I've done, the boxing a little bit here and there. But when I take, I do a lot of marketing and promoting too. I work with many different great businesses. We have sponsors for this, sponsors for the fights. It's a beautiful thing when these companies can step up, because many of these companies in Chicago, right? It's funny. They don't want to sponsor events like this, right? That are actually keeping kids away from gangs, drugs, and crimes. They don't want to sponsor or help you out with your gym that'll actually help the youth. But then they want to complain when their business gets robbed or broken into. But if they would have helped out the community in which they reside in, maybe those youth or whoever did that was misguided enough to break into your business or stick you up or carjack you, maybe we could have helped that kid instead of you getting robbed. So keep that in mind to all the sponsors out there, all the great business in Chicago. If they want to help out, Harv is a non-for-profit organization, and we're doing great things in the city and, in the suburbs, all over the country. And you ask me who I represent. I got roots from the south side. I got roots on the north side. I work with many different businesses, many. And I would say I represent Chicago, the Chicagoland area, Illinois as a whole. People always ask me that. To me, it's not about representing one particular side. It's about representing yourself and what you stand for in your city. Because many people, believe it or not, brother, even my name is ringing, bells in the joint right now. I got guys that just came home telling me that, hey, I was with your mom in the joint. I'm like, hey, my mom ain't never been in the joint. I got a woman in the joint. Hey, listen, I'll show you the DM. I got a woman in the joint because he was in Logan.
My mom went to prison. My mom went to prison when I was 16 years old. She got 12 years in the penitentiary.
My mom's never been in the joint. So when he told me this, I was like, hey, she's lying. And he was like, yeah, man, she's telling everybody that. So it's like, really?
What the heck? Damn.
But I had a shorty come up to me the other day right there at Bora Bora, one of the companies I work with. He was telling me he just got out of Shawnee. I had just got out in 2018. I changed my life. I changed my life around.
I'm sorry, guys. That was
really producer.
That was really rude.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, man.
That's not good.
Hey, you put a mask on.
But no, I had this youth come up to me and he told me how I inspire him to change his ways, and that's I hear it all the time, man. So what I'm doing, both on social media and real life, it's all prevalent. It all correlates to everything I do. The one thing I take pride in the most so that I do is my prisoners' rights advocacy and my father's rights advocacy. I speak at prisons. I speak at conferences. I speak at workshops. I do a lot of great things. I give tours at the old Joliet prison where I once did time, and they're educational tours. We just sold it out. So it's like everything I do. I have a new show getting ready to get released this summer. Right. And,
well, I'm sorry. Let me ask you this, because you brought up time in prison. You done time in prison. Have you done any time in prison?
No.
Okay. How many years did you do?
I did like 13 years altogether. I've been sentenced over 34 years in prison, going all the way back when I was first 17 years old. But I've been did 13. Now I'm receiving awards from the state of Illinois, literally, for helping other ex-felons. You know what I mean?
Here's to Lucky Chucky.
There
you go.
Thank you. It's hard work, you know what I mean? I don't hear that too often. I never hear no applause, you know what I mean?
Man, if you're doing good stuff, man, you deserve it. You should get a pat on the back. And the same to you because of what you're doing. Like, you're in Little Village, correct?
Yeah.
Man, and no disrespect to Little Village, because I know a lot of people in Little Village. And I actually like Little Village. The food is delicious.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's so much culture in Little Village.
It is.
But do not get it confused. The wrong turn in Little Village, and it could be your last turn, But, I mean, all you got to do is be respectful. A lot of people go over there with disrespect, and you get met with disrespect. And I think that's a culture of the city that most people don't understand. If you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. But I want to talk a little bit more about the boxing, because this event is called Chicago versus United States. It's August 30th at Cicero Stadium. And you two guys, after meeting you guys, I got to say, man, if I was drinking, I'd probably want to drink a beer with y'all. But I want to elaborate a little bit more on, so the actual fight. How are you preparing for the fight? And, what do you see going on as far as, your game plan? Without giving away too much,
Now, I'm doing a lot of cardio, bro. I'm trying to do cardio, steps. I go to Shallow Cliff.
Oh, those. Oh, man, that's harsh.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to just get my stamina up, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Any diet change? Or?
Yeah, my food a little bit. I stopped smoking because I was smoking Black and Miles, but you know what I'm saying? I cut that out. I was like, man. And then
I'm not gonna see you at Little Village eating tacos.
No, hell no, bro.
I go there to eat tacos.
I'll
see you.
You'll see me, but I won't eat the tortilla. I won't eat the tortilla, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out. Cool. Like I try to eat. Last time I had a taco of avocado taco. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I kind of trying to change a little bit. I don't eat what is it? Chicken tacos that much. I said, fuck, give me a chicken taco. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck, you know what I'm saying?
But creatine in that chicken.
Yeah, bro. So I'm trying to get protein and shit. You know what I'm saying? But look.
What's your favorite restaurant on 26th Street? I'm sorry to ask you this.
26th Street is.
I love tacos.
Tacos, Los Gallos, bro, and then Atotonilco. Yeah.
So, Chucky, what are you doing to prepare for this fight? I know that the contracts weren't signed yet, but I would imagine that you guys were a little bit aware that this fight was going to happen. So I would imagine that you guys immediately started like, okay, I got to get ready. Well. What was when you found out that this is actually going down? What was your first thoughts? What did you think?
Well, honestly, I train for life anyway. I go to the gym. I like to be healthy, mindful, body, mind. You know what I mean? I'm already healthy. But that's the thing about sports and especially boxing. When you have a fight coming up, it gives you that extra inclination to even be more healthier because you don't know what your opponent's doing. And, at the end of the day, he's still my opponent. He's not an enemy like most of these other guys, and that's what I'm grateful for. Because most of my other opponents, they've been trolls. They made fake videos up about me talking about my kids. They were literally POSs. Every single one of them. I exposed them for being racist. I exposed them for being snitches. I exposed them for being trolls. And that's what that's why I take pride on social media, is that I'm known for beating down trolls and exposing them because I stand for a great purpose. And when people hate on you, I like to confront them and get the truth out of them. And most of these grown men that are on social media, they can't have a conversation with you because they can't admit the truth. It's like the truth hurts them. Just like with the Queen of Rhode Island, my last opponent. I have my paperwork at the press conference. This man literally sat up there and lied. Told me, I've had 54 fights. I'm going to fold him up. He looks soft as hell. He looks like he ain't got... That man looked like he couldn't fight a cold. Queen of Rhode Island, you need to stay at home. Don't quit your day job. You ain't welcome in Chicago ever again. Keep them shenanigans in Rhode Island. So to have an opponent that has some experience... That was pretty good, man. You went right back out of it. Hey, most of these guys I fought, my first opponent, I retired him, but you got to remember, that's that hatred, bro. So I don't claim to be like no trained professional boxer. I hear it all the time in my comment section. They're like, oh, you don't even know how to fight. I mean, if I can't fight, what do you say about my opponents? Because they're the ones who claim to have boxing training to kick my... You know what I mean? What do you say about them? Because they're getting folded up with headgear and 16-ounce gloves. And that's the rules. See, we're 40 and over. For USA Boxing, a lot of people say, oh, you guys are wearing headgear, 16-ounce gloves. That's the rules for USA Boxing. We can't we can't go without headgear and gloves unless we had at least 20 fights. So we have to wear headgear and gloves per USA regulations. But keep in mind, I'm still dropping these guys, and I'm still having them leaking out all over me in the ring, just like that little stool pigeon Carlita. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this fight is going to serve a great purpose. But what I'm going to do in there, I'm so grateful the fact that at least when, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if I knock you down, at least I'm not going to rush you. Because that's what I'm used to. That's what a lot of people aren't aware of. I'm used to fighting for my life. In my perspective, you ain't ever been in a real fight in your life until you really had to fight for your life. Right. Because you don't know what that is to have to be in a situation where you feel like these people.
Survival.
So when I'm in every fight like that, that's my perspective. My mindset switches. Right. That's why when I knocked Viking down, I ran up on him right away, because that's just my mindset. Right. When I knocked the Queen of Rhode Island down, he just deserved it. I just had to get it. I just kept going. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if I were to knock him down, of course, bro. I'm so grateful for the fact that I'm gonna learn to be humble.
Well, hold on, Chucky. I gotta tell you. Well, technically, you got suspended last time for not for
it was
not,
worth it.
Okay, well, you were not gonna do that again.
No,
okay.
No. There's not enough. There's not animosity like that. I legitimately couldn't stand these guys. Like literally. Like I didn't want to be near these guys because if they came near me, and you seen it at the events at the press conference, I even told them, don't bring that guy near me. If he comes near me, I'm sticking him in the mouth because he's gonna try to hit me first just to get some views or some attention. That's what these guys want. They want to ride. They want to clout chase. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting you because I appreciate what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and I want to highlight what you're doing. And with this TV stuff I got, people are gonna see, and I hope it opens up other opportunities for you. Win, lose, or draw. We're both gonna win on this. Our children are gonna be at this event. I got my 15-year-old son. That's in a great school now. He's training for boxing. I don't know if he's going to be on this card. But man, I have my pops. My father is at this fight. My father used to hang out the window when I used to fight in the alleys. People be thinking I'm bullshit. I even brought up in front of my dad. He used to hang out the window talking about get him, Chucky, get him. When I've been fighting one-on-one, now he's in my fights talking about get him. So everything serves a great purpose, and I'm grateful to have an opponent that I don't have animosity with, where I'm going to keep it cordial and respectful and respect the sport.
Good. Yeah. Let me shift back to Ricky El Jefe. Let me ask you this. So, do you feel like with your social media platforms, and you hear how he's getting trolls and haters and stuff like that? Do you have any experiences like that? Do you have people doing the same?
They hate, but when they see me in person,
nothing.
They don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, but I'm saying I'm all over the city.
That's how I be. I be everywhere too.
Yeah, they don't say nothing. You know what I'm
I get loved. I could be on the west side, the south side.
Right,
I could be anywhere. And people are like, "Hey, look, it's all love."
But it's on social media where it's like, on social media where you know people. I guess they feel like they can be honest.
They know in the streets and I'm not on bullshit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like people that were my ops and I'm my ops. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that I'm not gonna go over here and be like, "Hey, this motherfucker's trying this shit." You know what I'm saying? Right. They know you need help. Boom, you need help. I got you. Whatever I could do, I could do. I don't care what side you're from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like me. I wasn't gonna go to an organization and they're gonna help one gang, not the other one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help whoever. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I still gotta practice street politics. I'm not gonna bring guys from another neighborhood to the hood. You know what I'm saying? I still respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's
politics.
Politics. Well, I'm not gonna disrespect your house by bringing somebody that kill your friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it cordial. They're not on bullshit. I'm like, man, I'm gonna help them this way. I'm gonna help you this way. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But we're out the hood. Those are politics. You know what I'm saying? We're out the neighborhood. It's like, y'all get along, but all right, cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these people, a lot of individuals on social media, because I've had a lot of hate from bigger creators. Like even guys in Illinois, they call him Adam Clown Hoon, right? He's got over millions of followers.
You pull one on blast, you pull up to his hood or something.
Oh yeah, but listen, this guy, he makes videos and t-shirts saying fight me. The only time he's got in the ring was as a bucket boy. You know what I'm saying? He's too scared to step in the ring because he has too much to lose. If Adam Clown Hoon would have stepped in the ring and when he lost, his fake music that he makes, because he'll literally make music talking about don't disrespect me, I'll pull up to your house. There will be no reply. The man literally made music. But all you done is reply videos on me. You didn't pull up to my house. You wanted me to come to your house. And you're too scared to see me in the ring.
How did that start? Like
because one day he came on my live. I didn't even know who that hillbilly was. I never even heard that. Nobody else in Chicago has either.
No, you put him.
Right. Nobody heard of Adam Clown. Dude's a straight clown and a hillbilly.
And this motherfucker's over there by his neighborhood or something.
I do business in New Lenox all the time. They're like,
he's over there about my life.
Hey, you talking about pulling up to people's houses? I'll pull up to your house.
Bro, he's calling them out. I'm like,
I do it all. These guys, I'll get DMs from creators talking about, I'm coming to your house and I don't fight for you. And, I'm going to take your stuff afterwards. You're going to send me a DM saying that. I wish you would. That's self-defense right there. Boy, talking about, hey, he sent the DM saying what he's going to do. That's self-defense 101. Case beat. So these guys just be talking out the side of their necks.
Bro.
Yeah.
So I never been scared to lose.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Viking had to offer when he came out here. He claimed to be a trained fighter. He claimed to be a tough guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared to lose. Lil Carlita had 2 years of boxing training. He claimed to be some type of pro. I wasn't scared to lose.
When you say Carlita, because we don't know.
It was Carlos off the show 60 Days In. I did a show 60 Days In. I never agreed to look for drug shanks or set anybody up. I was the only participant in the show. It went very well for me. But this is the first season, season 7, where none of the participants met because I didn't want nothing to do with it.
No, do you know the show 60 Days?
Yeah,
In?
yeah, I've seen it.
So did you see the season that he's from?
I seen when he was posting parts. Yeah.
So you never watched the whole season? Yeah,
I watched
called
parts
these
of it.
guys
I
out.
watched some parts of it. I watched some of it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I work, you know what I'm saying? When I'm at work, I don't even really watch TV, but you know what I'm saying? I do
Right,
roofing,
right.
so I be, you know what I'm saying? I go roof, come home, lay down, shower, boom, boom, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I
then,
used to do roofing. That is
it's
a
pain in the ass,
hard,
bro. It's a,
man. It's
Yeah,
a
you know what I'm
hard,
saying?
man.
I ain't never done that.
I hate to say it, but
Yeah,
I think
I'll
I'd
be
rather
pro-
do time in jail.
I'll be promoting a roofing company.
yeah, bro.
I'll be acting like I'm on that roof. Hey, get your roof.
No, it's, you know what I'm saying? But I did, you know what I'm saying? I did watch, I watched some, you know what I'm saying? I know how it works. They take them to the back, and then they got, I don't know how the hell they put the cameras in there,
I
bro.
found
Right,
out, but
right,
I ain't
right,
never
right.
been in no
Yeah.
jail
Yeah.
where they got cameras and microphones in every cell. They
Yeah,
got
bro, I was
microphones
like,
dropped
what
in the
the
cell. You
hell?
got camera crews coming in. You got Lil Carlita
Yeah.
ran the camera every chance he had. He just
Yeah.
wanted attention.
No, yeah.
That's what most of those guys. Like I said, when they contact, that show went very well for me, and I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to premiere a new show soon. It's gonna go very well.
Oh,
But
snap.
yeah, I call him Lil Carlita because that's how I see him. Lil
Yeah.
Carlita.
Yeah.
I can't even call him Carlos. He's
No,
Lil
yeah.
Carlita to me.
Yeah.
All right.
So at the end of the day, hey, you know,
No,
these
yeah,
fights are
yeah,
these
yeah.
fights are gonna be different from the rest. These fights are gonna
No,
serve
yeah,
a purpose.
yeah.
It's about positivity this time.
We're ready winning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're ready winning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We lose or win, we're ready winning, bro. You know what I'm
Before
saying?
we get
Yeah.
to this contract signing, because we're about to get to the point where we're about to seal the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you guys something. Do you have any upcoming events before this fight that you would want to talk about? They're like, I know you guys do the rack. What is
Rack
it?
Entertainment?
Yeah.
We'll
Do
probably
you
do it
have
back
any
to school.
rides? Doing a back to school
I
ride?
think we might do it back to school. It's the 30th, so you know what I'm saying? I gotta see when they go back to school, so we might do a back to school event.
Okay, and that'll be posted to your
Yeah,
Instagram.
it'll be posted on my Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, and do you have any? I know you're doing the tours in Joliet. Is there anything else that people should be on the lookout for prior to this fight? I know we're getting ready to start. You guys are about to start training, so I know we'll probably be coming to your gym to see what you're doing, stopping by you to see what you're doing, and you know, putting some pretty good press kits together. So do you have anything leading up to the fight? Any events or
I
anything?
mean, I'm doing my tours. I'll be doing marketing and promoting. I'm heading out of state right after my tour. I'm going out of state to promote different businesses. I plan on having a few events before the fights, maybe a meet and greet or two. And especially back to school, that might be a good concept. Maybe help with some back to school program. That may be an event to help these kids get, you know, school bags and all the stuff they need. Because I know there's a lot of families out there that don't have the funding to even get school supplies.
Maybe you can help with his back to school event.
Oh, yeah.
That might be a good
Yeah, we
thing.
can do
Non-for-profit organization, Harv Warbangers Boxing Club. Like I said, that's why I want these businesses that I work with to hopefully do something to help this cause and amplify it.
And for those who are watching who didn't know, it was the person way behind the camera that made a suggestion. Of it. He's Umran, there he is. I don't know if they heard him, but that's the face for the voice. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, man. We're going to go ahead and seal this deal. Just to give a quick, you know, up-to-speed explanation on what's going on. We got 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. Boxing, these guys are going to box it out. So Chicago versus United States, August 30th, 2025 at Cicero Stadium. Mr. Ricky El Jefe, if you could print your name right there and then sign under it. Yep.
All right, there we go. Contract signed.
All right. And Lucky Chucky, if you could print your name and sign right under it.
This is the 4th time doing this, and honestly, we're gonna have another one on 420, ain't we?
Oh, shit.
Smoking fights.
Smoking fights.
Damn.
Yeah. And we would like to have you back also. So
And that would, like, for me, it's like the shorty's gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about the gym. I'm stepping in. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Do
inspiring.
you think that?
and microphone.
I have to ask you this because I'm curious. Because people always wonder. People are scared to fight because it's a risk to their brand.
Yeah.
Do you think, hypothetically speaking, if you were to lose, do you think that would hurt or help your gym and your cause?
No, it's helping me regardless because I'm stepping in.
That's what's
Win
up.
or lose. I'm
That's how I
stepping in.
feel.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I
I'm
feel.
stepping in. They're going to be like, hey, the raccoons talk about it or whatever. They're about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm boxing.
The people that hate me, they're going to love you.
No, yeah.
The people that hate me, they're going to love you. Hey, you don't smoke, do you? You don't smoke?
No.
Green? No?
No. I stopped, bro. Know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
I got
Do
shots.
you?
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well, hey.
I do.
You know, I work with caviar. You know, Starbucks, the best
Oh,
in the
shit.
business today.
We're
Since my
plugged.
opponent doesn't smoke, you know, because my last opponent, I threw him a caviar pre-roll. I told him I was a smoker. He'll be getting smoked after the fight. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah,
But Harv,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. You can enjoy it.
Oh, shit.
The brand and strain of that is called Coma. It's called Coma.
Coma.
Cool.
I will
Yeah.
be in a coma later on, y'all.
Shout out to Caviar and
yeah.
Starbucks. We
Well,
love
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Before we end this, man, I want to say I want to give a special thanks to you guys. You know what I'm saying? For you guys to come up here and to be able to do this cordially and respectfully. You know, my last couple of meetings or whatever haven't been like this. So the fact that you guys could do this, I already know we're in for a really good fight.
No, yeah.
So if you don't mind, can we get a stare down right quick and maybe take a photo of you guys?
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good.
get that.
All right.
Let's get it. Let's end it with
My
a
first stare
handshake.
down.
Yeah.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying?